Hi guys, I'm so excited to share this video with you because today we're going to be talking about the new palette from Nomad. Now, when I got this in the mail, I didn't know what was going to be released because usually they are pretty good at sending out their releases early, so I did get this in PR. But when I opened this is probably the first time that I've seen a Nomad color story and I've opened the palette and I've gasped. I was like, wow, that is so pretty. Like, this is a beautiful, really well curated color story that I feel like is so versatile, and this could actually be my favorite Nomad palette of all time. Yeah, I'm gonna show you, I think 4 looks today. I've done 3. Honestly, I could do more. Like, I've had so much fun with this palette that I don't really want to stop, but I need to like finish this video and get it up for you guys on the day that they are showing the palette. So this is the Fuji palette, Fuji 5 Lakes to be exact, and like I said, the color story is just so inspiring, so beautiful, and just, I don't know, it makes me want to use color combinations together that I haven't used before, and that's what I want out of palettes. I want the palettes to inspire me to do something that's like not necessarily out of my comfort zone, but maybe something that I haven't thought of doing before. So I've just had a really good time with this palette and I'm excited to show you another look. So that's basically what we're gonna do. This palette is launching on the 20th. I will have all of the information down below in my description box if you want to go check it out. I do have an affiliated code with Nomad as well. It's just Annette and it will save you some money off. But let's go ahead and get into the look because I'm dying to get some eyeshadows on my eyes right now because it just feels needed, you know? It's just what I want to do. So I'm just going to use my DD Signature eyeshadow primer that I've been using for quite some time now. And I think for today's look, I really want to use one of the blue shimmers that I haven't used yet. And I was thinking maybe do something like a yellow and teal in my crease and then do like a yellow and a blue on my lid. Like maybe that could look kind of cool. Because I don't think that I've done, I mean, I've used a lot of the shades in this palette already, so I might use like some repeats, but I don't know, I've just had a good time with this, and I think if you guys like the color story, you're gonna like this palette. I feel like I've already kind of given you my review of this already, but just take whatever the rest of the video is as inspiration if you maybe have similar colors in your collection, and you don't plan on picking up a new palette, maybe just, you know, see if you can do something similar if the looks that I do end up being something that you like. But I think what I want to do is I want to use this shade and this shade. Actually, maybe this shade and now I'm like, did I use this one or this one in my first? Like, I don't think I've used this one. So I'm thinking this shade in my crease, and then we can do this shade and this shade on the lid, maybe a little bit of this in my inner corner. That could be kind of fun. I do think I've used that one already though, but I feel like this one and this one, they could work too. I don't know, I'm gonna use this one because it's just kind of what I'm feeling. So I'm gonna do that in the front portion of my crease. And it's so funny because the day that I got this palette in the mail, earlier in the day, I was randomly recommended this YouTube video about a guy who was hiking Fuji, the mountain. And he was live streaming it, and the guy ended up like dying while live streaming. I know, kind of morbid, but it was just so weird that I literally watched something about Fuji the day that I got this in the mail, and I opened the package. I was like, wait, this is creepy. Like really fucking creepy, but kind of cool at the same time. So I'm just kind of putting this down. You can see it's very, very nice and pigmented. I don't know how much I want to use of this yet, so I'm taking it kind of slow, but I do think I want this in like 2/3 of my crease, and then we'll do the teal in the outer portion. I definitely could use one of the lighter yellows as well, but I just really wanted to test out this shade, and this is going to get toned down a little bit once I put the shimmer on because the shimmer is much, much lighter than this. But I think it's going to end up being a cool look with maybe colors that aren't normally paired together, and like I said, that's why I like this palette so much so far. So I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I'm probably gonna go back in with that shade a little bit after, but I'm gonna grab this shade, which is the shade called Fuji Goko, which I'm guessing is, I'm not even gonna guess because literally I don't know. I'm gonna do that in the outer portion of my lid as well as blend it into that yellow, but I don't want to overblend these shades because I don't want them to turn into like green, which like blue and yellow would usually turn into green. So I'm kind of just putting them next to each other and tapping a little bit for them to get blended, but not too much. And I don't need too much of this because I am going to use a blue shimmer on my lid as well. And shimmers usually tend to blend better into each other than mattes when it comes to colors that aren't exactly the same. I'm already really liking this color combination. I don't know if I've done something similar in the past. I mean, I probably have. Like, with the amount of makeup looks and eyeshadow looks that I've done, I really wonder how many times I've done my eyeshadow now since I started not just my channel, but starting to use eyeshadows in general. I mean, we're probably talking like 1,000 at least, like probably more than that. So I would think during that time, I've probably done something similar to this, because 1,000 times of doing your eyeshadow is a long time. Actually, it's probably been even more than that. It's probably closer to 2,000. I think I've had my channel now for 6 years, 7. I don't even know. God, it has been a long time. I can't believe I've been doing this for so long. And I still enjoy it. I still think it's really fun. It's just a good way to get a little bit of creativity into your day if you're someone who feels like they need that, like I do. I'm gonna use my glitter primer and then we're just gonna see what happens. This is the one from NYX that I always use. I know I probably sound like a broken record because I say it all the time, but just in case there are new people, I want to make sure that I don't get like 50 questions about it if I don't say something. So I'm just gonna put my glitter primer pretty much all over my lid. I may or may not do the same mattes under my eye. I just want to do the top first so that I can see what it looks like, if maybe I want to use one of the other colors to spice it up even more. But I'm gonna start with the yellow shade because I do want this one to be the most prominent. So this is the shade called Golden Ginkgo, and I know the word ginkgo because I have studied it in Scrabble, so don't know what it means, but I know the word. So I'm just gonna put that right here. So the shimmers in this palette are, I would say, kind of like a, they're kind of a basic shimmer formula, but I would say they're a little more, maybe a little more sparkly. None of them are duochromes, I don't think, but they all pick up really nicely on a brush. They apply very smoothly and they have worn really well on me, so I don't really have any complaints with any of them. I think they're all really, really pretty. Now, if you're looking for something that's really textured, really metallic, like this is not it. These are definitely more of a subtle formula, but I just feel like these have performed really, really well. I haven't had any problems with hard pan like I sometimes do with Nomad's formula, but these have just been really, really, really nice shimmers. And I would say even like a good beginner formula if you're someone who maybe hasn't been doing eyeshadow for that long and certain formulas are a little hard for you to apply, these would be really, really nice because they are just very easy. So I'm gonna take the blue shade next, which I'm gonna use to shade, wow, I don't know how to say that, Kawaguchiko. Just this one. Yeah, me and pronouncing anything is, it's not my forte, let's just put it that way. But I'm gonna put that right in the middle here just to merge the matte and the shimmer together. And I feel like the shade is similar enough to that teal in the outer corner that they're gonna blend nicely, and is also going to blend well into the yellow. I also just want to take the tiniest bit of this shade and just use it to blend the edge of that yellow in here a little bit. Because I just want to tone it down a bit. I felt like it was almost a little too dark for that shimmer. I think this is looking a little bit better. I don't want to do like too much with this, but just put that a little bit on top. And I'm also just going to take some of that same shade that I used in my outer corner on my lower lash line. And then also on the lower lash line, I'm going to take the blue iridescent shade, which is so pretty. This is called Diamond Fuji, which is actually a really good name for this shade. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this. I don't want to have too much, just enough to sort of connect it with the blue that I just put down. And I'm going to take a tiny amount of that on my brow bone as well, just to sort of make the look a little more cohesive. And I think that's all I'm going to do for the shadows. So I'm just going to quickly finish up and then I'll come back and show you the other 3 looks that I've done as well. So just to finish off, I popped some yellow in my waterline because I just thought it would look nice with the rest of the look. This is the shade called Eternal Sunshine from About Face. Did get this in PR a very long time ago. I like it. I don't know if it's my favorite yellow eyeliner that I've ever had. I think I like Punch from Colourpop a little bit more, but I actually don't have anything left of that one. I can't remember if it broke or if I used it up. It probably just broke because Colourpop eyeliners tend to do that sometimes. But anyway, that's what I did to finish off, put on some lashes, and that was pretty much it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the other 3 looks. I'm probably just gonna play some music over it and try to like keep it kind of quick because I feel like I've already said what I wanted to say about this palette. So enjoy the looks and I'll give you a little summary after I've shown them to you. So now that you have seen the looks, let me know which one was your favorite. I've had such a good time with this palette. I think both the mattes and the shimmers in this perform really well. I think the color story is beautiful, and I would highly recommend this palette if it's a palette that you think that you would like color story wise. I just think it's really good. I mean, I honestly have nothing bad to say about it, and I love the packaging. I love how textured the front of it is, and I don't think I've ever seen a packaging like this. I just feel like overall it's a very different and unique palette and something that would fit in well in most people's collections if you're someone who likes colorful makeup. But you could also do like more neutral looks with this, and I think that is really nice. I can absolutely see myself pulling for this actually quite often because I really, really like it. So thank you Nomad for sending it over. Thank you so much to you guys for watching. If you want to see some more Nomad content, I do a long playlist. I'll put that up on the screen. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.